In this video, we will look at the buffer symbol in Simple. Speed key buffer or buff. We will begin with a new simple program already started with a touch panel added and open in the detail view. We need to add a buff symbol to our program. In the symbol library, expand the logic symbols folder. Locate and expand the conditionals folder. Within the conditionals folder, locate the buffer symbol. Click, hold, and drag, and drop the buffer symbol into the logic folder. Double-click the buff symbol in the logic folder to expand it into the detail view. The buff symbol comes in incomplete with no optional signals. There is an enable input signal. When the enable is high, it allows the inputs to pass to their corresponding outputs. When the enable is low, all outputs are set to logic low or 0, and the inputs are ignored. When the enable goes high, it forces the buffer to repropagate the signals from input to output from the top of the buffer to the bottom of the buffer. Below that, there is an I1 input signal and an O1 output signal. These can be expanded in pairs up to 4,000 lines. Each input-output pair is independent from the rest. For this reason, the buffer symbol is sometimes called a multiple AND symbol, where each input is ANDed with the enable to set the corresponding output. For example, O1 equals I1 and enable. Normally, digital signals can only have one driving source. The buffer symbol outputs can be legally jammed with outputs of other buffer symbols or system inputs like button presses. The signals on the buffer output lines should not be tied to the outputs of any other symbols. This jamming of the buffer outputs can allow a single buffer output to trigger multiple events, or multiple buffers to control different devices where one set of buttons is used to control those multiple devices. Do not use multiple outputs with the same signal name, as unexpected results may occur. We will add some signals to the buffer and panel for our demo program. Starting at the buffer, we will add buffer enable to the enable line. Using the Alt+ key combination, add 2 more lines to the buffer. Inputs and outputs are added as pairs. I1 through I4 will get buffer I1 through buffer I3 for signal names, and O1 through O3 will get buffer O1 through buffer O3. We need to carry those signals to the panel. Take the buffer enabled to the panel on digital press join 11. Bring buffer O1 through buffer O3 to the panel on feedback 12 through 14. We will add some additional code in a separate subsystem to set the starting values for buffer I1 to logic high or 1, buffer I2 to logic low or 0, and buffer I3 to logic high or 1. When pressing the buffer enable button in the demo program, you will see the values of the inputs transferred to the outputs as long as you hold the button down. Upon button release, you will see all outputs go low. A common use of a buffer is when we have multiple devices and only one set of buttons to control them. By using buffers and the user's selection of which device they wish to control, we can route those button presses to the correct device. This completes this video on the buffer symbol in simple programming.